Hello, beautiful soul. I am Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my May 2025 Ascension Energies update. Thanks for joining me. May's Ascension theme is all about your individuation, your rebirth, and your soul expansion. You're moving to the next level and you're moving on. We're coming out the other side of a massive awakening that occurred in April. Lots of spiritual awakening happening, people seeking, along with a rising of our personal energy signature. That took a lot of inner transformation and energy to do that, to take us to a higher level. We have the sense of individuation coming online, rebirthing, karmic freedom, and soul expansion as we flow into May's ascension energies. Welcome to my channel, where you discover your soul's journey through chakra archetypes, nature's medicine, and cosmic events. I'm a registered herbalist, contemporary medicine woman, and evolutionary oracle. I love working with chakra archetypes and communing with plant and crystal consciousness, especially to support you during this incredible human evolution process that we are in. This month focuses on the activation of the 11th chakra, or the silver star chakra, in our vibrational field so that we can integrate new skill sets and soul expansion. You're growing, you're shifting spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and your body is rapidly changing as a result as well. You're becoming less dense and you're holding more light. This is not an easy process to go through. We're in a more radical ascension transformation going forward, as the old stories and our soul memories, and you're going to be still shedding those soul memories right through until June. And you probably noticed that came online a lot through your dreams, these old types of memories coming up that once held us back. So all of this is being released now. The chains are now broken, and inner autonomy is allowing us to move forward on to the next level of our life and our soul pathwork. So the key words for you this month are grounding, safety, soul purpose, community, courage, karmic freedom. You'll be working with shadow healing still, looking at some of those parts of yourself that you don't want to see, or continuing to have that come up so that you do need to look at it. Soulful death, rebirth, and you're rebirthing, but it can feel like a death, especially death of the ego as we move through this. Cosmic truth seeking, and that's what's going to come in through that 11th chakra activation and that soul pathwork, and engaging the 9th and 10th chakras. So that's what the 11th chakra does. It helps bring in through those two chakras downward more karmic freedom and helps you move into your divine blueprint, okay, in the sense of soul expansion. Now, May's archetypes to support us in this and support you are the Earth Mother, the Shaman, and the Sorcerer, Sorceress. And I'll get into those in a minute. And we have a root chakra focus. So that root chakra, the first chakra, and then the 11th star chakra, as I mentioned, that silver star. So those two are connecting together and activating every chakra all the way down. And you'll be working with that this month. And we're still in the cosmic cycle of creation of wood. So wood is very much a rebirthing cycle as well. You have to dig in a lot deeper, but you go through deep-seated transformation and taking a lot of anger, frustration, or depression, and really turning that into action, having to really take that and absolutely transform that carbon into diamond, okay, brilliance, which takes a lot of internal pressure to do that. That's that wood cycle. So the three archetypes that I mentioned we're embodying in May are the Earth Mother and the Shaman and the Sorcerer, Sorceress. And all three of these are working together to help you shed fear and victim mentality even more. Okay. And thus that really allows you more inner freedom from any self-imposed limitations. And that probably came up more in April. We were working with sense of worthiness through April. And so you're going to move into that even more deeply as you work with the Earth Mother, and especially the Shaman. The Shaman takes you into those really dark, shadowy bits and places to heal. so that you can be freed up even more to move into your authentic self and work with that sorcerer, sorceress that touches the power of divine creation, that really works with divine creation to create your own reality going forward, moving out of that karmic patterning completely and onward into new soul pathwork, really standing in your power of who you are and why you're here without questioning that or needing to prove it. So when you work with the Earth Mother, that really returns you to a safe and nurturing place within yourself. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this month more grounding, more connecting to the energy of the planet and of Earth, and reminding you of your earthly purpose, that you actually want to be here in your body and move forward on your path despite any challenges, and shedding that shadow, as I said, of the fear and the archetype of the victim. And then you're working with the shaman, and the shaman really brings in more of that freedom and releases you from those self-imposed limitations. And the sorcerer, sorceress brings in this sense of cosmic truth seeking. So there's more seekers out there. Some of you may just be waking up and walking a spiritual path, or wanting to walk a different path and want something that has a deeper sense of meaning. Or some of you may be longer and fuller into that and need to go to the next level. This, whatever you are on your path, allows you, when you work with the sorcerer and sorceress archetypes, to really have more clarity to see what no longer serves you, so that you can move forward and keep peeling away those old beliefs that don't work with you anymore, that are limiting. So, and especially mentally or emotionally, okay, anything that keeps you stagnant and stuck will need to come up this month so that you can move forward completely as you get into June. We're still coming out of the old timeline on the earth into the new. It's, it's like trying on clothes. You're trying on new clothes, but you still have your old clothes, and you won't be shedding your old clothes fully until September. So just remember that this is a process you're going through step by step, and there's no rushing it. Okay. And as you work with that sorcerer, sorceress, really you can feel good in intuitively understanding your true talents and your purpose, why you're here. Again, not searching. But this also brings in then an increased level of accountability for you, so that you can move to that next level for yourself. And then as you work with that sorcerer, sorceress, you're also activating that 11th chakra, the silver star chakra, and all of the cosmic events happening this month are going to support that, particularly the 599 gateway. Okay, really helping you be the light that you are, bringing in that clarity and brilliance, as I said, like that diamond from the carbon, and bringing in more light to your life through this sense of more wisdom that you're gaining, and bringing in a little more joy and focus for you, knowing where you need to be, okay, not being so unclear about that. So the silver star, that 11th chakra, when it comes in and activates, really helps us. It heightens our psychic abilities and our intuition. Okay, so as that comes in, then you feel a lot more confident about taking action, about expressing what you feel and following your inspiration. So work with that this month. Really listen to yourself and keep following what you're being guided to do. No matter what the challenges are in front of you, there is still this sense of freedom that's going to come in from the past if you work with it, and an improved connection, okay, to all things that really allow you to step into your spiritual work, into your life, into your divine purpose. So expect that with that 11th chakra when it's activated this month, that silver star chakra and that sorcerer, sorceress within you. As you create your life, right, and work with divine creation on all those levels, you're going to have a lot more shifting in the brain again. So neural network reprogramming. So you might still have headaches, those low-grade headaches, brain fog, but it's going to shift more, but the brain might feel a little bit funny. Sometimes we can't even find the words to describe what's happening, but you will, though, as time goes on through this month, especially after that 599 gateway, which is May 9th, then you're going to get more accelerated spiritual and cosmic downloads. You'll become more of that cosmic conduit, okay? You can synthesize, you can attune better, and therefore then really discern your soul path work and become, like the sorcerer and sorceress, a weaver of creation. So This month, as your spiritual nature grows, and that's what's going to happen for us through that 11th chakra activating, you're going to be asked to expand higher and higher into that higher self potential, okay, and to integrate it into your soulful, everyday body, life, okay? And you have to do your part for this. First of all, grounding yourself as much as you can this month, get outside. All the things you can do to ground yourself is very important. Also, listen for your higher guidance, really go within. This means taking the time to do that and getting away from the chaos, the noise, and the busyness, making time and space for that, digging into your truth and being comfortable to express that. And you learned that a lot last month, really speaking what you need and who you are. And hold that overall vision for the new earth. We need that more than ever in these uncertain and chaotic times. So holding that sense of a new earth that is built on love and peace and harmony and co-creation. And also holding the vision for your dreams without wavering. So that's what you're going to be asked to do this month, to really dig in even more, even if you're tired, even if you're feeling disheartened, even if you're confused, even if you're feeling uncertain. You're going to be asked to really deepen your sense of faith going forward, okay? There'll be more alignment, though, to support you coming in through these cosmic events. And that's going to happen all month long to support your soul expansion and unfolding of your specific divine blueprint, what you're here to do next or to be. Okay, you'll have more alignment of your higher truth, that sense of connecting with spirit and all that is. And also, therefore, engaging as well that inner will in that third chakra so that you can move forward with resolve and resilience. So know that the universe has a plan, as it always does, and you will need to let go of control and surrender. Allow change to come into your life. Really galvanize that inner knowing, continue to work with it, and stay committed to your higher growth and purpose. And then just watch your life unfold. This is not about trying to control anything. This is about working with spirit and that divine creation energy as we move forward, that divine creation energy that we continue to dance with and weave into our lives, and that allows that abundance to unfold as well. So if you want to learn more about the Earth Mother and the Shaman and the Sorcerer, Sorceress, you can certainly look at my courses, Navigating the Ascension Journey and Navigating Spiritual Embodiment. I talk about this in there. And also, if you have my Oracle deck and book, I talk about those archetypes in there as well. So, as always, I have recommended products for you this month. I've got the Earth Mother Elixir and Essence, the Shaman Elixir and Essence, the Sorcerer and Sorceress Elixir and Essence, and as well, I have an 11th chakra, Star Chakra Essence, so you can use that if you really want to dig into your cosmic truth seeking. All of these support the vibrational template for you to embody these archetypes and to work with the 11th star chakra, as well as the root chakra. And then I have my wood element essence that supports that wood cycle of creation. And then in that word cycle creation, along with what you're working with this month, you're really learning to recognize and live in soulful abundance and divine liberation and resolute faith. And then I have the compassionate innocent and wise advocate essences. So you can work with those two very important archetypes. As I keep mentioning, all year long, you're learning to embody those two new earth archetypes. And then I have my illumination spray that really helps you align and flow, especially with those upper chakras here up into the higher realms, and helps you bridge over and really brings in a little more illumination to uplift and invigorate your soul. And then my Release the Fear tea. Now, along with the root chakra this month, you also need to watch the health of your kidney and your bladder function, as well as the life force within the kidneys. This is, again, going to be a bit of an arduous month as we continue to transform the way we are transforming. And we're going to be expelling still a lot of negative emotion, okay, especially emotions associated with fear, along with criticism, disappointment, failure, shame, so then guilt. So all of that is from the past that will still be releasing through the kidney and bladder area. So work with the kidneys, support them to clear and build this month. I work with clients on these physical issues because the body needs support. And depending on your age and your health issues, it then depends on how you will be affected by Ascension symptoms as you go through this process. So get support where you need to. Now, the plant ally you can work with this month is plantain. Last month we worked with iris, so you can thank iris and release it, and then work on a relationship with plantain. Now, plantain, the genus name is plantago, which is from the Latin word planta, which means the sole of the foot. And you find plantain as a plant on many pathways. A lot of people don't even recognize them more as a plant, but more like a weed. But they're not. They are actually here to support us, again, to stay grounded and to help us in self-healing. And one of the most important uses of plantain in herbal medicine is to draw toxicity out of the body. And that's what we're going to be doing quite a bit this month. It also helps stop bleeding. It's used a lot in poultices for wounds and bites, and it can be used for minor burns, reduces pain and inflammation. It's very soothing overall to the soul inside and out. It can overcome almost any health challenge. It's very multi-purpose, and it shapeshifts to whatever you need it for. You can literally take plantain wherever you find it and crush up the leaves a little bit and apply it when you have any kind of scrape or toxicity, such as from a snake bite, for example. And you can use that. It really is a very powerful healing plant. And it's part of the shaman archetype. So it has volunteered its spiritual energy this month to me when I was in meditation for you to embody. And it really harmonizes the feminine and masculine parts of us so that we can approach life's challenges with equal parts courage and vulnerability. It really helps release resignation, bitterness, and resentment. It dissolves negative and repetitive thought patterns that really keep you stuck in an old cycle, right? And that's with that 11th chakra activating, that's going to help us get out of those negative thought patterns a little bit more and break free and form new neural pathways. So work with plantain this month if you need more support and courage and resolve to move forward, to stay on your soulful and your spiritual path. You can take it as herbal medicine. You can use it as an essence. And I have the essence in my shaman essence and elixir versions as well. You can draw it. You can meditate with a picture of it. Okay. I have one in my oracle deck. You can take that out and put it on your altar. And you can say the affirmation, which is, I have the resilience I need to overcome challenges. Okay. You can say that 3 times a day. Tap your thymus. Breathe in 3 times each time you say it. That will really help to shift and support you to overcome those challenges, as I said, to keep moving forward. Even if things look uncertain on the outside, or there is chaos, or there's instability around you, it will help you stay centered and keep going. Okay, psychospiritual and physical symptoms this month. Now, as I've mentioned, this year, the body-mind's really going to continue to be challenged to come into greater synthesis with the whole, wholeness within, and wholeness within the collective, instead of this sense of separation. We're bringing in this concept of compassionate co-creation, and we're continuing to shift in the brain to pull information in a more holistic and holographic way. Okay, and the nervous system will continue to be taxed. So looking after your health is always important, but is paramount as we go through this ascension process, particularly this year as well, where we're having such great inner transformation in this year of the wood snake. And the sun is going to continue to be very active and support shifts in our power, in our spiritual illumination, and our clarity. Okay, the sun cycle, along with other important cosmic dates, which I try to talk about those. There's many of them, but I give you the greatest highlights that I feel are going to affect us as we go through each month. And above all, really watch your mental health and your heart health this year, because this is the year of living through the heart. Now, I have all of these in my newsletter that I put out, and I also have it on my Ascension update on my website, so you can look at that for more detail. But essentially, in positive symptoms this month, you will have a sense of moving forward in and on your soul pathwork, more determination, more resilience, more releasing of mental blockages, including that fear and victim mentality, finding fortitude to not give up despite challenges or tragedy, courage with vulnerability, grounded and centered expression, release of stagnant and toxic and suppressed emotions. So you'll still have that moving through you this month. Okay. So allow those feelings to be felt, allow them to come in, know that you're going to be flowing, you're moving forward in your life. Okay, that will really help you. That's going to be positive expression this month as you move through, enjoying life more, living in the present moment, not worrying about the future, and having more appreciation and gratitude. So that's an important part of this process as we move forward. And that's some of the really positive symptoms you can look for this month, as well as being comfortable and being at home in your body, wanting to actually be in that and grounded in here, grounding into the earth more. And then at the same time, though, being sustained by that creative life force of divine creation. Negative symptoms you may find, because we're being affected a lot in the root chakra this month, you may still have fatigue and low immunity. Continue to support your immunity. It'll go up and down, or fatigue, rest as you need. Know that you are going through tremendous inner transformation. Please have patience with the process and with yourself. I know this can feel very arduous and that it's gone on for a long time. You can feel ungrounded and unfocused. You can have conscious or unconscious sabotaging patterns that you're still working with. You can be still rejecting a part of yourself, but with the shadow work, you'll be needing to do that. That shaman is very powerful and is going to bring up anything you don't want to see this month, anything that is remaining that you need to work through mentally and emotionally in order to break free, okay, to really have that freedom moving forward. And if you've got that lack of self-empowerment and inability to access your truth and inner knowing, then you really will need to work with that this month more. Get support where you need it. So areas that are more affected this month are the base of the spine because of the root chakra, legs, okay, feet, the large intestine, adrenals, your immune system, as I mentioned. And then because we're working on that heart chakra all year, the heart, arms, hands, legs, chest, and the thymus gland. This is the higher heart, the thymus gland. It's part of the immune system. It's also the area of the subconscious. So there's lots going on in here. Okay. But as I said, if you have any concerns about your health and wellness, please consult your health practitioner immediately and take care of your health. Now, cosmic dates, finally. Okay, here we go. These are all in Pacific Daylight Time. So May 6th and 7th is the Aquarids meteor shower. That's when it peaks. And meteor showers, as I say, always bring in illumination. And this one is known for its connection to the Halley's Comet. It's often viewed as a time for personal growth, connection, and manifesting desires. So you can really work with your intention around that time, write it down, but know that this is going to spark more personal growth for you as the energy comes in through this meteor shower. And where this meteor shower comes from, it's thought it comes from the constellation of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about new beginnings, changes, innovation, spiritual clarity, and more forward-thinking energy, okay? So that's going to help you as you go forward and also help with that emotional clearing. And then we have the May 9th, the 599 gateway, and that is going to bring in that activation of the 11th star chakra, okay? Bringing in new neural programming and bringing in a deeper sense of knowing and connection to the higher realms. So Trust the divine wisdom that you are becoming and that's moving through you. Follow those intuitive breadcrumbs, okay, so that you can find your way through any chaos and challenges, especially as there is so much changing so quickly in the world. There's a blurring of reality, and it's just that's the way the energies are. We have AI, okay, that we have to discern what's real, what's not real. This is going to, as you move through this ascension process, and if you really work with it and tune in and become aware and trust yourself, it's going to help you continue to move through this step by step and stay on your path, okay, and be committed to your growth and your higher potential. Then we have a full moon in Scorpio on May 12th and a new moon in Gemini on May 26th. And I'll go into those more when I do my mid-month update. So that's my update for May. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you walking on this journey with me. Please put your comments below and don't forget to like this video. I would really appreciate it. I'm sending you a galaxy of love and courage and determination and resilience. We've got this. And I'll see you again for my full moon update.